Welcome to the Morning Swim Show for Monday, November 16th, 2009. Today on the show, a great tip of the week from the coach of Aussie superstars Eamon Sullivan and Andrew Lauterstein. But first, it is time to get geared up for the 2009 Golden Goggle Awards. The annual USA Swimming National Team Fiesta is this Sunday in LA. The man who helps bring it all together is Chris LaBianco, Chief Development Officer for USA Swimming. And Chris joins us right now from Colorado Springs on Skype. Chris, how you doing?
Great. Good morning, Peter. Thanks for having me on.
It's a pleasure. Are the votes all in? I mean, how does this work?
The votes are not all in. You can still vote until the 18th. Thanks to Swimming World and everybody else who's gotten out there to help us promote it. We've had over 25,000 folks come and vote online this year, which is a new record we're pretty excited about.
All right, the Golden Goggles, they bounce back and forth between New York and LA. Have you ever thought about a different city, Vegas or anywhere else?
It is great that you bring that up. We have essentially finished our run between LA and New York with this Golden Goggles. And as soon as the event is over, essentially on Monday, we'll be sending out surveys across the swimming community to get some input on where we should go for 2010 and some of the future years. Some of the places, obviously, people enjoy the two coasts, so we certainly will not turn our backs on New York or LA, but we're looking at Washington, D.C., perhaps Miami, perhaps Chicago, perhaps Las Vegas. So we want to hear what other people think and where we should be.
We can just bring it to Phoenix. It'll be a lot easier for us to cover it, but just an idea.
We'll see what we can do. We'll put Phoenix on the voting list. We'll see if you can get a good turnout.
Well, you brought up the swimming community and how you want to send out the surveys. You know, the Golden Goggles, it's a fantastic event, and it certainly showcases the elite swimmers that USA Swimming has to offer. But we were talking here at Swimming World a little bit earlier. I mean, has there ever been thought about, you know, expanding the categories, expanding the scope of the event to include, you know, more of the, you know, the groundwork that gets laid to get those elite swimmers to where they are?
You know, obviously, we look at everything when we go into each one of these events. There are a few categories that we've considered adding. Two things come into mind, obviously. You don't want to make it a boring show. We'd like to focus the event on the success of our national team each year. We like to really focus in on those athletes and congratulate them. In Olympic years, we have impact awards where we go out and also recognize corporate support and different folks. We've recognized the NCAA in the past for all the work and effort they put in to make swimming what it is in this country. So I think we're open to recognizing folks and opening up new categories. But again, we've always tried to focus around the success of the national team and our athletes that are doing pretty amazing things in the pool the last couple of years.
I was looking over the voting page, and there's some good, I mean, as there are always, there's some good competitive races, I would think, in some of these categories, including the male performer of the year, male swimmer of the year.
Absolutely.
I mean, for the first time in a while, I don't think it's a lock that it's Michael Phelps.
Well, you know, I think probably the other folks in that category, Ryan Lochte and Aaron Pearsall, would feel the same way. We have had so many great swims. You guys have the privilege of covering it, and we obviously have the privilege of watching him swim in the pool representing Team USA. It is fantastic to have you know, guys out there breaking multiple world records and representing us so well, and put it out there to the vote.
Which category are you most personally excited to watch or to find out about?
You know, I think each and every category, you know, not to play favorites.
Oh, you're going with that
amazing.
answer, Chris.
I know,
right.
I know. I'm gonna get in trouble for that. But if you look at some of the categories, Coach of the Year, again, when you look at the swimmers and the performances, and you look at the different coaches that are out there, you know, I think it's not a lock there either, like it has been in some of the other years. Female Performance of the Year, Race of the Year. There's some pretty impressive swims out there that we're going to recognize. So I'm excited about it.
So tell us one more time where people can go to vote, and I mean, can people see it? Is it streamed anywhere on the internet? Go ahead and just tell us more about the event, please.
To learn more about Golden Goggles, log on and to vote for your favorite swimmer and coach and swim of the year, race of the year, come to the USA Swimming Foundation website, swimfoundation.org, and you can get right on there and follow the links to vote. We are not streaming live. Obviously, we'll be filming the event. We'll get some snippets out there. Gold Medal Mel always has some coverage. I believe you guys usually have a story as well. So people will be able to get to see snippets of the event, post the event. But obviously, there's always some tickets available. We'd love for people to come on out to L.A. and join us.
Have you picked out your outfit yet, Chris?
Well, not being an Olympic year, we don't have to go with the tuxedo. So
something strapless, maybe.
It's something strapless. It should be pretty exciting, I think. I'm staying away from pastels, though. They're not fall colors.
Nothing past the knee, nothing past the shoulder.
I'm okay with that.
Chris, have a lot of fun this week. Thank you so much for coming on.
I appreciate it. See you soon.
All right, and as a reminder, yes, our own Garrett McCaffrey will be out there filming some interviews with the top USA Swimming stars, so look forward for that next week. All right, we'll be right back with the tip of the week.
Mr. Palomalo?
Yeah.
You need any help?
Mm-mm.
You want my Coke Zero?
Nah.
Really? You can have it.
A Coke Zero and
Okay.
a smile.
We're Coke brand managers.
Coke Zero stole our taste, and they are not stealing our commercial.
Hey, that was for me.
Is he coming? Is he coming?
Coke Zero as life. Have a Coke
Hey, kid.
Zero and a smile.
Cats.
And welcome back. This week's tip of the week comes courtesy of Australian coach Grant Stoelwinder. He coaches Eamon Sullivan, Andrew Lauderstein, and Jeff Hugel, among others. And when Coach Stoelwinder was recently at the High Altitude Training Center in Flagstaff, Arizona, he showed us a drill many of you know as the Swedish Scissor, but he put his own flavor to it, let's say.
All right, so we're going 3 200s, we're going 50 meters of the Swedish Scissor, 50 meters freestyle, 50 meters of Stolly Swedish Scissor, and then 50 meters of freestyle. Just make sure with this Swedish Scissor, I've noticed that maybe let's get the kick, especially on the Swedish Scissor, the kick a little bit wider, making sure keeping the legs straight, okay, getting your hip into it, and using your glutes, okay? What we're trying to do with the Swedish Scissors is we're trying to get the kick, get the hip involved and taking the knee out of the kick. A lot of people are kicking, from the knee. So basically it's a straight leg kick and it's just like a scissor action where we're just sort of with a nice straight leg and just taking the kick nice and wide and just using a scissor action. So it's a very basic drill. The variation on it, which you'll see, is they're doing the arms out in front, they're doing the Swedish Scissor, and then they're going to add this sort of arm recovery and then back down. So it's a really good core exercise as well for stabilizing, balance and core. So that's what we do. So you'll have a look here now with Eamon. So just you really have to activate the core on this. Lots of control.
Have a bit of a skull.
Sculling's fine, just to maintain the position. That's fine, not a problem with sculling.
Does that help with the catch even? I mean, it forces.
It can do, yeah.
On top of your catch.
Yeah, like it's all those things are helpful. So, they find they will make their own little modifications, which is fine because that's what we try to do is make them think and utilize. They'll find a way of supporting using the skull, and I'm sure sculling helps with the catch, as we know.
Our thanks again to Coach Stoelwinder for taking part in our Tip of the Week series. And that is it for the show today. I'm Peter Bush, reminding you to keep your head down at the finish.